we won't let it change us. Even when they switch sides and they wanna change up. Fucking with my brother, then your life in danger. Got no fear like I got one in the chamber. Since day one, we been about it, nigga. I've been going hard since the day that I found it. It's 144 to the day the Lord counted. I'ma keep my head up to the day that he crowned it now. Since day one, we been about it, nigga. I've been going hard since the day that I found it. It's 144 to the day the Lord counted. I'ma keep my head up to the day that he crowned it. They want a fame, they want a clout. That's why they doubt. I got them black, I want a class. And I shut my mouth. This was way before polite, before I came to campsites. I came broken and contrite. I just wanted to live right, clean my soul and give my life. Had to give up all my vice. I got a fog out my head. I was raised from the dead. I put down that weed and I cut off my dreads. For before I could lead, I had to learn to be led. Now I'm a bad motherfucker. Walk around and I straight flex on suckers. No one specific, I'm talking to all of you busters. Straight from the gutter, me and my brother, we the long supper. Now, running it like a conductor. Hebrew Academy, I'm the instructor. 14 written all on my cover. Men of war like we hopped at a Hummer. Just like you wanted my trooper could cut you. There is one camp, there is not another. One West, UPK. One West, UPK. One West, one West, one West, UPK. One what? UPK. One what? UPK. One what? One what? One what? UPK. Me and all of my Oyes, hold it, shit down, right here, all day. Shalom, wagwan, sa, passe, is we, damn niggas, yatu, sabe, hey. We gon' change the world, we won't let it change us. Even when they switch sides and they wanna change up. Fucking with my brother, then your life in danger. Got no fear like I got one in the chamber. Since day one, we been about it, nigga. I've been going hard since the day that I found it. It's 144 to the day the Lord counted. I'ma keep my head up to the day that he crowned it now. Since day one, we been about it, nigga. I've been going hard since the day that I found it. It's 144 to the day the Lord counted. I'ma keep my head up to the day that he crowned it.
Hey, listen, brothers and sisters, man, if you like what you hear, hit the subscribe button, man. Subscribe to this channel. And also, please, go to ISUPK.com and pay your tithe. Drop me some cash so we can move around this planet like we need to, man, and do the things we need to do.
They're one West. They're one West. They're one West. They're
Talk to me. Played the horn of Lord and served other gods. Remember the days of old, we the lost tribes. They don't believe the Bible, they say a white man wrote it, but still celebrate them holidays from white men, don't they? Like Christmas and Thanksgiving appetites. I don't even see my closest family half the time. Going out ain't an option, I won't compromise. I got integrity and more heart than Valentine. Kyrie tweeted a book they sell on Amazon, owned by the same folks that told them to apologize. Remember slaves couldn't read, wasn't allowed, so it's meaning when I tell you I'm black and I'm proud. Murdered us with the sword, that's how we learned religion. Community standards violate my First Amendment. Discontinue from my heritage under these bastards. Life a bitch, they make up lies and give you public lashes. I understand they confused by who the devil is. Why my people get so mad when I tell them this? Valley of dry bones, my niggas skeletons. It's hectic out there, hope you checking on your relatives. Brotherhood, that's what my weapon is. And now I never let these crackers take it from me. Real talk, you probably never heard this all of your life. Be careful, cause that thing you love, it'll cost you your life. Long as we got each other, my nigga. Cause we build this shit on brotherhood. Long as we got each other, my nigga.
Yeah.
We build this shit.
Nigga, I done lost family, I done lost friends. Day one niggas thought was riding to the end. Still showed up, put in that work. Hide behind a smile while I'm walking with this hearse. Some nights I felt alone, most nights I felt cold. Some nights I drove around, I ain't wanna go home. Nigga, I ain't never been, nah, I ain't never fold. Follow orders like a soldier doing what I'm told. Even when the council wasn't making any sense, I ain't never doubted, I just put it to the test. Days I was fucked up and down to my last cent. Reaching in my pockets, only coming up with lint. I'm talking even on the days that I couldn't pay my rent. I put it down for my brothers, ain't spared no expense. If I ever got bent, caused an offense, please forgive your brother, Lord, that ain't what I meant. See that brotherhood a weapon, fight against deception. When something taken from you, then it's just a blessing. Shorty really loved me, gave me everything she got. And I'm sorry, baby girl, if I ever broke your heart. Man, mistakes that I made, don't know if they'll fade. Moving with a heavy heart, living with the pain. Take away the shame, wash away the stain. Praying to the Lord for the days that I was Cain. Sheesh.
Long as we got each other, my nigga. Cause we build this shit on brotherhood. Long as we got each other, my nigga. Cause we build this shit on brotherhood.
Hey, listen, brothers and sisters, man, if you like what you hear, hit the subscribe button, man. Subscribe to this channel. And also, please, go to ISUPK.com and pay your tithe. Drop me some cash so we can move around this planet like we need to, man, and do the things we need to do.
They're one West. They're one West. They're one West.
Fake love, real hate.
One West.
But we set apart, nigga.
They hate it when you up, but love it when you down. Love you when you dead, but hate you while you living. Only make a mention when it's beneficial. Ooh, you can't keep it solid, I ain't fucking with you. Fuck a fake friend, show is over, close the curtain. Told you that they loved you, laughed at you when you was hurting. One thing about that UPK, this brotherhood for certain. Dress you up in all black, urge you up to put that work in. Same niggas that was on the block putting that work in. Abandon that lifestyle, cause now I know my purpose. Coming from a place where a black man life is worthless. 400 plus years, yeah, living out them curses. I blame the so-called leaders in the churches. Was supposed to save our soul, instead they led us to the hearses. Backstabbed and betrayed by the people you would die for. Your family ain't family, so-called friends switch sides on you. Crack and take a knee on your neck, whisper and die, boy. So I stay straight when you up, but love it when you down. Love you when you dead, but hate you while you living. Only make a mention when it's beneficial. You can't keep it silent, I ain't fucking with you. They hate you when you up, but love it when you down. Love you when you dead, but hate you while you living. Only make a mention when it's beneficial. You can't keep it silent, I ain't fucking with you.
I say fuck the fake love and disloyal behavior. Brotherhood is a weapon, but bitch niggas is contagious. Hating your elevation instead of hitting the pavement. Watching your every move and never give motivation. Situational friendships give way with adversity. And these days, just a little bit of your kindness a luxury. I'd rather you keep your distance, be a fuck nigga too close to me. Prefer to fuck with fear niggas than house niggas with notes on me. Get a shirt off my back for devoted niggas with loyalty. I notice the lack of devoted niggas that's trustworthy if you ain't in no black. Ranked up, I'd give two fucks for free. Death before dishonor is a must. It ain't no choice for me, I'm bred different. Was never one to die, just bullshit, I'm fed different. Fuck all the information out of pulpits, I'm led different. Been taught to follow a code. Israel law, statutes, commandments, freely given, never sold, nigga. Chill.
They hate it when you up, but love it when you down. Love you when you dead, but hate you while you living. Only make a mention when it's beneficial. You can't keep it silent, I ain't fucking with you.
Hey, listen, brothers and sisters, man. If you like what you hear, hit the subscribe button, man. Subscribe to this channel. And also, please, go to ISUPK.com and pay your tithe. Drop me some cash so we can move around this planet like we need to, man, and do the things we need to do.
They're one West. They're one West. They're one West. They're...
Shalom, Virginia. Shalom, Israel. All right. See what we got going on. All right, we up and live on Facebook. We good to go on Instagram. We good to go on YouTube. Ain't messing with the other sites right now. I think we're gonna be all right. With that being said, clap it up. We are the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, started out of 1 West, 123rd Street out of Harlem, New York. Since 1969, we under Commander Johannes Slovakia. And since 1969, we've been teaching the truth of that Bible that so-called Blacks, Latinos, and Native American Indians are God's chosen people. We are not affiliated with any Christian organization, not affiliated with any other Israelite group. You know what I'm saying? No other Israelite group. That Bible teaches that we are God's chosen people and that the white man is the devil. And that same Bible, it teaches he is the devil. You know what I'm saying? And we see it. We've been seeing it. He does his best to show us and remind us every day of who he is. And it's time for us to remember, you know what I'm saying, who we are. You know what I'm saying, be the saints that the Lord called us to be. You know what I'm saying? This is the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, Lashawan Qadash class, the Holy Tongue. Every Friday we get together, we learn our language. We learn our language, we learn the Hebrew, the ancient Hebrew. Now we learn the Assyrian as well. The Assyrian is a form of our Hebrew that we adopted during the Assyrian Babylonian captivity. Due to these captivities, we've had to adjust, readjust, rebuild. And finally, this last one, we lost lost everything that made us. We lost who we are. We lost our identity. We lost our heritage, and we lost our culture. All right, get this straight. See, feel like I'm looking down. Shouldn't mess with it. All right, I should be back. Y'all give me a one. Give me a one in the chat if y'all can see me and hear me okay on screen. If you can see me and hear me okay, go ahead and give me a one in the chat. But yeah, we lost our identity, our culture, our heritage, this last captivity. And this is where we at now. You know what I'm saying? We have no idea who we are. It's a whole nother group of people, that have stolen our identity. Most High in Christ. I can see that one Western Princess Shelley in there. A whole nother group of people that have stolen our identity, who pretend to be us, pretend to be God's chosen people. And the sad part about it is we actually believe that. We're more inclined to believe that the devil that walks around and that does all sorts of wickedness, that have a body count, an astronomical body count. You know what I mean? It continues to add to it every day. We have no problem believing that these are God's chosen people, but when we go out on the street and we teach our people that no, that's actually you. That title belongs to you. They can't believe it. They can't accept it. They can't picture or view or believe in a heaven that doesn't include the oppressor. They can't see no heaven that doesn't include the oppressor. Ain't no heaven, ain't no white people there. You know, I mean, it's a sad thing, but it's all a result of this captivity that we've been in. It's all a result of us being disconnected from our God. So again, this is the Lashawan Qadash class where we come to learn our language. You know what I'm saying? So the water for everybody joining us. We're gonna do a little roll call, see who all we got with us. You know what I'm saying? Let's see who all we got with us tonight. So starting now, we got Aqua Ra'aya with us. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna give her a courtesy salute. Y'all Shemalathon Bashim Yabashad at you, Aqua. It's good to have you with us tonight. We got Princess Shelley in the building. Y'all Shemalathon Bashim Yabashad at you. We got my brother, Officer Mataza Akara, Officer 500 Mataza Akara. You know what I'm saying? Checking in with us as well. You know what I'm saying? Yabashim Shabakatha. Always good to have you up in here with us. The one we got the trooper Yasha with us. You know what I'm saying? Most Iron Christ. Yabashim Shabakatha. What's going on with y'all? Good to see you up in here. We also have, you know what I'm saying, the sister Shathara checking in. You know what I'm saying? From New York City. You know what I'm saying? Checking in from New York City. Most High in Christ. So it's good to have you with us as well, Aqua. We got Aqua Bria with us. Yeah, I was Shemalathon by Shemi. I was shot at you. Yeah, I can send that link again. You didn't see it on Facebook. I'll send it again. I know sometimes when we send it, if we send it before we go live, they don't see it on Facebook. So let me go ahead and send that again for you. So send that right now. I'm not mistaken. I think that's Aqua Thara Pa'a. All right. So that's coming through now. All right. And Salakia Aqua Shathara. Now I'm not no captain. Just officer. You know what I'm saying? But the water, you know what I'm saying? It's good to have you with us. You know what I'm saying? Long way before we get there. All right. So that link has been posted again in the chat. Aqua Thara. You should see that there. That link that I just sent. We do this the Lashawan class a little differently. With this class here, you can actually log on, get on screen. That way we can practice actually pronouncing, actually reading, you know what I'm saying? Reading, pronouncing, you know what I mean? I'm going over the Hebrew. That will be more immersive. Also, Mataz Akara bringing out the last class we were in. It's more immersive. You got better, a little bit more practice, and you know what I'm saying? Pronounce it, like I said, speaking it. That way we can kind of get this language now. You know what I'm saying? That this language, this Lashawan Qadash is ours. It's one of the things, you know what I'm saying? Notice I said one of the things. That Bible is ours as well, but this is one of the things that's a tangible, that's actually ours. You know what I'm saying? That Bible is ours. That heritage is ours. And we've lost so much of what identifies us. All the languages that we speak, be it English, be it French, be it Portuguese, be it Spanish, all these are languages that we got from the oppressor. But this Hebrew, this Lashawan Qadash, that ancient Hebrew, that's our language. You know what I'm saying? Before we get off those boats, that's what we spoke. Before we hit the shores of Ashtoreth, or of this land that no man had been on, you know what I'm saying? That's the language that we spoke. And like I said, we come back in here to relearn that. We learn that to recapture that. So again, we have a link inside of the chat. We have a link inside of the chat where you can go ahead and log on. That way, again, we can practice speaking to one another, reading the Hebrew, and so forth. Tonight, we're going to do a little bit of a review of what we went over last week. Reading, being we have got a 12 tribes quiz coming up in the very near future. So I just want to go over that again. Last week, we went over the actual symbols for what the tribes meant. And if we can get some people up in here tonight, I'm going to kind of see how much we retained from the last class that we had. There was one correction to Banyamyam. There was one correction to Banyamyam, to Benjamin, which is Za'ab. I think we had spelt it Zahab, so we're gonna make sure we go over there, revisit that, so everybody can see that that's the correct way to spell it. We're gonna do that. Like I said, a little bit of a review. Once we finish that review tonight, we will be reading from. We're going to be reading from Genesis chapter 41 and 31. Genesis chapter 41 and 31, which will be the scriptures we're going to be going over in Abadah Shabbat tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? So that's the itinerary for tonight. Again, I'm giving everybody a little time to get on up in here. We're gonna go from there. I think right now, the only person I see backstage is Aqua, is Princess Shelly right now. So you know what I'm saying? Y'all see that link in that chat? Y'all come on, jump on up in there. There we go. We got Aqua as well. What I'll do is this then. To give everybody a little chance to get up in here. I'm gonna start and go over the characters, the alphabet, and once we go over those, then we'll start bringing everybody up on stage, and we'll go from there. All right. Aqua Ra'aya, that's going to be Genesis chapter 41 and verse 31. Genesis chapter 41 and verse 31 is where we're going to be starting off tonight, where we left off at last week for Abadah Shabbat. No sweat. We're going to go over the alphabet first to give everybody a chance to get on up in here. And then we're going to get it on. You know what I'm saying? We're going to get it on, you know. It's all right. I know I saw a message earlier in the week. You're supposed to be sending those text messages and some of everything else, you know what I mean? So it's understandable if you're having some IT issues. You know what I'm saying? Again, we applaud you for making it here tonight. All right. So with that being said, and like as always with our classes, with any of our classes, be it Virginia or anybody else, if you have any questions, comments, concerns, likes, dislikes, you agree, you disagree, go ahead and throw that in the chat. You know what I'm saying? That's a good question. Did we do 40? I thought we did do 40. I know in my notes I have us starting at 41, but it's possible that we didn't. I think that we were like one verse behind when we actually did it. So what we'll do is we'll start at 40. I try to start with the short one. See, you want to start at 40. So we'll start at 40. We can start at 40 and we'll go from there. You know what I'm saying? I think I do remember us going to 39 when we off sometimes like our last week. So yeah, we can start at 40. That'll be too wild. And we'll go from there. All right. So Genesis chapter 41 and 40 is where we're going to start at. We're going to go ahead and get started with the characters for now, and we're going to go from there. And again, any questions, comments, concerns you have, go ahead and put those in the chat. If this is your first time logging in, go ahead and put your city name and state in that. Put your city name and state in there. That way we know how to properly address you. You know what I'm saying? We thus said the Lord around here. So it's only two genders around here. It's two genders, male and female. You know what I'm saying? So make sure you put your city name and chat, state in the chat so we know how to properly address you. You get credit for being in class tonight. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna go from there. All right. So first off, again, we're gonna start with our character with the actual characters, or what in the English will be known as the alphabet. Our alphabet is a little different from the English alphabet, being that it's pictorial. It's pictorial, and just like the same way we talk. A lot of the words that we use when we talk to one another, they may have multiple meanings. Sound the same, and we know because context is everything. Because we know context is everything. When we're talking to each other, we understand each other perfectly, regardless if we're using the same words to say this or that. It don't matter. If I say that's fire, whoever I'm talking to, they're gonna know I'm saying I'm showing admiration for something. You know what I'm saying? As opposed to fire, we need to run. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna know what I'm talking about. So again, that's the way we've always communicated with each other. It's confusing to the other nations because the other nations ain't got that salt or that swag like we do, but they not God's chosen people. You know what I mean? But for us, that's how we always communicate. And the Bible was wrote the same way. The Bible's the same way. The Bible's the same way. The Lashawan Qadash is the same way. So it does take a little practice because it's new. It may be foreign to you. So, again, this is what we're here for. All right, so let's go ahead and get started with that. I'm going to start with the alphabet first. All right, make sure I ain't got no text messages or nothing. All right, we too up. And let's go. Here we go. All right. Let me get the screen straight. Get these screens straight. There we go. So we can make that bigger. All right. Last but not least, make me a little bit bigger. Nope, don't want to be that big. That's different. Somebody must have added something. That's a little different, but let's go with it. Let's see how that works. If that looks okay to everybody, we're going to go with that one. Makes it a little bit bigger on the screen. You still can see I'm somewhat smaller. We're not overlapping anything. I can dig it. All right, so starting out, our first character is going to be I. It's going to be I. If you were to turn that to the left, if you were to rotate that to the left 90 degrees, that I stands for alap or cattle. You can almost see the head of that cattle, or you know what I'm saying, inside of that character. If you were to turn it 90 degrees to the right, it's going to look just like the A in the English. Reason being, everything that they have, everything that they call civilization, that builds life, that they build on their language, their customs, all that comes from us in some way, shape, or form. Everything comes from us in some way, shape, or form. Adam was God on earth, a God on earth, not the Most High God, but a God. Reason being, Adam was given the law, statutes, and commandments, and he was given the knowledge from the Most High. Everybody, they had plants, they had trees, they had animals, but Adam named those things. He named the tree, he named the animals, he named that, and with that knowledge that the Most High gave him, it made him king on earth. You know what I'm saying? He was the most important man on earth at that time. He wasn't the first man, but he was the most important man because he got that knowledge from the Most High. He was the beginning of us, of our people, our race of people. All right. So that I stands for alap or cow or cattle. You have I on your left in the ancient, and then you have I on your right in the Assyrian. The reason being, again, because of the Assyrian captivity, we learned the ancient and we learned the Assyrian. That ancient, that's ours. The Assyrian, that's what came out of the Assyrian captivity. All right, so it's important for us to know both, because when you go looking into these records in the Blue Letter Bible, the Strong Concordance, and so forth, our records are going to be in the Assyrian for the most part. So it's important that we know both of them. It's important that we know both of them. That we know how the enemy operates. We know just how they stole it from us. So that way we can go back and reverse engineer and get back to where we need to be at. You know what I'm saying? So it's important that we know we know both of them. Like we brought out in class last week and a couple of weeks, I think before that as well, we were always known to be the smart people. You know what I'm saying? We were always known to be the geniuses, to be that vote, that wealth of knowledge. In part, main reason why the oppressor has always used us as slaves as to build their empires and build their kingdoms. Think about it. When we just got through, well, not us in here, but a lot of our other people, you know what I'm saying, of our counterparts in the world, They just got through celebrating Thanksgiving, the genocide and slaughter of our Native American brothers and sisters, right? Well, when those pilgrims got over here, they didn't know how to survive off the land. They didn't know how to preserve the food, how to fish, how to hunt. They didn't know how to survive over here. You know what I'm saying? They would have died out. They wouldn't have made it if it wasn't for us, just like with everything else that you see. We taught them those things. You know what I'm saying? There was a whole black plague, a bubonic plague, you know what I'm saying? Overseas, it killed millions, if I'm not mistaken. Killed millions of people, all because of their hygiene practices. They did not wash. They did not wash. They did not bathe, and it caused that plague. They were throwing their piss, their urine, and their feces out in the street. This is their culture. This is what they were doing because they are savage. They are animals. The Bible calls them animals. It beasts of the field. It just calls the white man, the oppressor, the most subtle beast. He's the sneakiest. He's the most, you know what I'm saying, the most conniving. You know what I mean? That's him. You almost don't halfway see him coming because of how conniving, how sneaky, how treacherous he is. He's the most subtle beast, but all of them are beasts. What they call civilization, they get that from us. You know what I'm saying? And it starts right here with our language. You know what I'm saying? We got Aqua for Na in the building. Yahweh Shema Lathan Bashim Yahweh Shah. Good to have you here with us, Aqua. All right. So again, when you see our language, again, this just is a precursor, just, you know what I'm saying, just to let you know, all this started from us. Everything starts from us. And they robbed who we were. They took who we were and replaced it with what they call equality. You gotta always realize when you hear that word equality, that church pushes so much, that word equality should be a bad word to you. That's such a downgrade from who you are. That's such a downgrade from who you were made to be. Like I told you, Adam got all the knowledge on the earth. The Most High gave him all the knowledge. So just imagine somebody going to Adam and saying, you are now equal to everybody else who didn't know a damn thing. You are not equal to the same people that were throwing their waste and feces out in the street, but your people had a whole sanitation system. You know what I mean? Now you're going to be equal to them. It's a downgrade. You know what I'm saying? It's an insult to who we are. It's an insult to who we are and what the Lord made us into as a nation. You know what I mean? So, you know, just keep that in mind. This is why, again, we learned the ancient and the Assyrian. Now we're going to speed up and go a little bit fast. I just wanted to throw that out there so everybody know why we learn both, why it's important for us to learn both. And again, this is a new thing in the earth where we don't know how to speak, don't know how to communicate. You know what I'm saying? We just as violent and ignorant as the oppressor. That's not us. You know what I'm saying? I saw a thing last night. Brother, and it wasn't new, but this brother on his own done created a or reproduced a machine that turns plastic into gasoline. You know what I'm saying? And again, it wasn't. This isn't something new in the earth. This had been done before, but just the fact that this young brother was able to, on his own, reproduce that and make that. You know what I mean? Just goes to show you who we are. And when you put us in an environment where we're not affected by that oppressor, when you put us in an environment where we really know who we are, we have our identity, we flourish. You know what I'm saying? So let's keep moving. All right, next up is going to be the Ba. Next up is going to be Ba. You have Ba on your left in the ancient. You have Ba on your right in the Assyrian. Ba stands for Bayath. Bayath or tent. Bayath or tent. All right. Next up is going to be the Ga. It's going to be Ga. You have Ga on your left in the ancient. Then you have Ga on your right in the Assyrian. Ga stands for Gamal or camel. Gamal or camel. All right. Next up is going to be the Da. It's going to be the Da. And you have Da on your left in the ancient. Now you have Da on your right in the Assyrian. Da stands for Dalaf or door. Dalaf, the door. So you imagine like that triangle right there. That's like the opening to a tent. Dalaf or door. All right. You're also going to see that Da when you see this Magun Dawa Da. Not a star. Not a star. We get a lot of questions. We get a lot of that's just why you wear the Star of David. That's the Star of David. That is a lie. This is not a star. When you look up in the sky, that sun, that ball of gas, that's a star. And you couldn't count how many points was on it. You know what I mean? So again, that's a star. But this is not a star. This is the shield. This is the insignia of King David. You know what I'm saying? That da. David in the Hebrew is Dawadah. Dawadah. So if you take that da, flip that upside down, that's the other da, and you have the wa, which we'll be going over shortly. In the characters, that's how you would spell his name. You know what I'm saying? This would be I always like to compare it to the Game of Thrones. You know, most people are familiar with Game of Thrones or any kind of medieval movie or whatever. You know, when that king was getting ready to sign something, and he would melt that wax, and he would take his ring, which had his insignia on it, right? His insignia, and he would dip it in it, stamp it. Whoever received that, the recipient of it, would know that that came from the king. That was that official tissue right there. That was official. You know what I'm saying? It was stamped, almost notarized, you know what I'm saying, by the king. They knew exactly who that was and where that came from. And it's the same thing when you see this in the Bible. It's called the Holy Seal of Zion, or the Magan Dawadah, the shield of David. You know what I mean? And them devils, just like everything, it's like everything they stole from us, they stole our shield as well. And we're bringing that back. We're bringing it back, and we're bringing honor back to it. You know what I'm saying? Here in the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, we're bringing honor back to our shield. So when you see this shield, you know what it represents. It represents our king. It represents us. It represents our nations. And not them bastards that stole everything from us. Not them bastards that's committing genocide on the other side of the earth right now. Not them ones that run hip hop. You know what I'm saying? When you look at a Puffy, you look at a Diddy, you look at a Jay-Z, you got to realize they are in the arena that the Jewish man created. They created that environment of Hollywood. They created that environment of molestation. You know what I'm saying? And usury, and torture, and everything else that's evil and wicked that's starting to be exposed and come out now. That's a system that they created. You feel me? And same thing. So when you see that Star of David now, it has their stink on it. It got their, it's associated with them. But we bringing it back. You know what I'm saying? We putting the honor, the integrity that is so duty that it was made to have. We're putting that back on it here in the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge. So when they see y'all out there with y'all shields on, you know what I'm saying? You know from this class right here how to explain that. Nah, this is the Magan, the shield, Dawadah. You know what I'm saying? Magan Dawadah. All right, so Da is the last or door. We got Akwaf Tower Bath in the building. Yahweh Shamal Lathan Bashim Yahweh Shai. Again, you know what I'm saying? I only see a couple folks in the back. But we getting there. Y'all know Akwaf Ryan gonna be throwing that cap in a minute. So if you're available to get online, even if you can't get on screen, you can just get on audibly. That's fine. You know what I'm saying? That way you still get the chance to pronounce, you know what I'm saying, to hear. It's one thing to be in class. It's another thing to actually kind of pronounce this stuff out loud, this Hebrew out loud. So again, you can be immersed in it and learn it the correct way. All right. So Tawada for you joining us, Aqua. Next up is going to be Ha. We have Ha. I told you. Look, I told you right on cue. I told y'all the cat was coming. I told them all sometimes Aqua that cat was coming. You know what I'm saying? And I love that. You know what I'm saying? Again, and that side note, but that's just a great example of us and who we are. You know what I'm saying? We took that one incident, that Montgomery Brawl, that's gonna go down in Black history and the history of niggerdom for the rest of the days we here. Even when we get into the kingdom, we're gonna be talking about that cat going up into the air. You know what I'm saying? And how niggas came out of everywhere. You know what I'm saying? Aquaman. You know what I'm saying? It came out of everywhere, out the ocean, out the sea. You know what I'm saying? It came out of nowhere to aid one another. And it was such a beautiful, beautiful thing because, you know, again, this is what we're supposed to do. And if we were to do that on a wide scale, if we were to do that the way that the Bible said, wouldn't nobody be able to touch us. You know what I'm saying? Before class started, I played a little intro, a little video joint that I made called The List. And on that list, it's got like 101 of our folks and their last words before these damn oppressors took them out. You know what I'm saying? And that's such a small fraction of the real number. of the real victims. You know what I'm saying? All online right now, they talking about how Daniel Penny is a hero for choking out our brother Jordan Neely. You know what I'm saying? A mentally disturbed brother who would impersonate Michael Jackson on the subway. You know what I'm saying? When he got on there and maybe he wasn't having an episode, you know what I'm saying? Asking for food, you know what I'm saying? Asking for something to drink, the suppressor saw the opportunity to take his life. If we had that brotherhood, that sisterhood, that unity that was shown out there in Montgomery when that cap went in the air, that wouldn't have took place and that brother would still be alive today. You know what I'm saying? So it's so important that these classes are so important that we come back to reestablish again that unity and that solidarity that we should have with one another. You know what I'm saying? But I'm getting back to it. We have Ha. Ha stands for, we have Ha on your left in the ancient, Ha on your right in the Assyrian, and Ha stands for Hana. Hana or behold. Hana or behold. All right, next up is going to be the Wa. Just like I was telling you with the Da Wa Da, you know what I'm saying? You'll see that same symbol inside of that insignia, you know what I'm saying? The Da Wa Da, you know what I'm saying? You have Wa, you're left in the ancient. You have Wa, Salaki on your right in the Assyrian, and that Wa stands for Wa or fish hook, Again, fishing, hunting, all those things come from us, you know what I'm saying? That husbandry, farming, that all comes from us. That was our culture. And if you think about us now in 2024, whenever it's a storm that come through, a bad storm come through, a bad snowstorm come through, a hurricane come through, and them oppressors and everybody run to the store and they get all the damn tissue. They get all the toilet tissue out the store. You know what I'm saying? They go to the store, they get all the water. Ain't no water in the store. We lost. We don't know what to do next because we become dependent on that grocery store for our survival. We become dependent on let the power go out and McDonald's ain't serving us. So we become dependent on that to feed our children. We become dependent on Moab to give us the service of them, that cat and their dog. You know what I'm saying? We dependent on them as opposed to the things that are living off the land like we used to before. It always strikes, and I always when Cat be teaching, he was like, you know how we put flowers and roses and shit in the yard as opposed to collard greens and potatoes, you know, and it's just something as simple as that where it clicks, and you be like, that do make sense. We've been taught to be just the biggest consumer. We don't produce anything, especially anything for ourselves. You know what I mean? So again, that Y stands for fish hook. All right. Next up is going to be the Za. It's going to be the Za. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be the Za. And it's kind of funny. I see that Za now off some Mataz Zachariah, and I immediately think of Za step. You know what I'm saying? But you got that Za right there. You know that Za on the left in the ancient. And then you have that Za on the right in the Assyrian. Za stands for Zion. Zion or weapon. Zion or weapon. You know what I'm saying? All right. Next up, it's going to be the Cha. The Cha. You have the Cha and on the left in the ancient, and the Cha on the right in the Assyrian. Cha stands for Kawama. Kawama'ah. And that means fence in the English. You know what I'm saying? They all right. Sorry. What was that? Christ, I was I know Trooper Yash know what that is, what that means also. You know what I'm saying? But now this is one of the characters that takes the most practice as far as saying, actually pronouncing it. It's going to be the Cha. Cha. So it's not a Ka. It's a whole different character for Ka. You know what I'm saying? It's like a hard Ka. I'm almost kind of just scratching the top of your throat when you're saying it. You'll hear it quite often when you hear like the Arabs talk. Reason being that dialect, that language, that's the region where we actually come from. You know what I mean? We just got shipped over here underneath these oppressors, and these oppressors do everything backwards. They do everything different. Speaking of backwards, right? As I'm going through this in the English, we read the English from left to right. Even as we're reading this now, we're reading Kawamad and fence from left to right. But if this was all in Hebrew, what direction would we be reading in? Somebody throw that in the chat as I go through it. If we were reading this all in Hebrew, what direction would we be reading from? All right, next up is going to be the Ta. You have Ta on your left in the ancient, and you have Ta on your right in the Assyrian. Ta stands for Tanah, or basket, your basket or your store. Again, we used to produce things and sell things. Our sisters were virtuous, you know what I'm saying? They held that house down. They may have been selling oils and vegetables and so forth to keep that house afloat while those brothers was out there, you know what I'm saying? Again, I'm doing the work of the Lord. You feel me? The brothers now have been reduced and turned into dollar signs and what you can bring and child support and some of any and everything else except for what the Lord called us to be. You know what I'm saying? So that Ta, that goes with Tanah or basket or your store. All right. Aqua for I is absolutely correct. In the Hebrew, we read that Hebrew from right to left. From right to left is how we read the Hebrew. Man, it ain't just Hebrew. You know what I'm saying? All over the world. You know what I'm saying? Different languages. They read from right to left. Again, it's just over here. The suppressor does everything backwards. You know what I'm saying? And because he is that great whore that sits on many waters, you know what I'm saying? He has influence. The whole world, he's influenced them to follow him. This is why everybody celebrated Thanksgiving a couple of weeks ago. This is why in a couple more weeks, they're going to get ready to celebrate Christmas. Why? Because they follow this oppressor and his culture and his customs and his rituals and his holidays, you know, as opposed to us following the Lord's holy days, the high holy days like we should be. You know what I'm saying? All right, next up is going to be the Yah. Next up is going to be the Yah. You have Yah on your left in the ancient, and then you have Yah on your right in the Assyrian. That Yah stands for Yad or hand. Yad or hand. All right. Next up is going to be the Ka. It's going to be the Ka. You have Ka on your left in the ancient, right? But on the right in the Assyrian, you see two characters. Reason being, there's going to be 5 characters in that Assyrian that actually have 2 characters. You have one character where you see that Ka at the top that looks like a backward C. That's going to be anywhere else in a word that's being spelled. But if it's at the very end, if it falls at the end of a word, it's going to be where you have that red arrow pointing at. All right. And if you notice, if you've been paying attention, you will notice that Ka that falls at the end looks just like the Da, looks just like the Wa. And as we get a little bit further, it's going to look like the Ra as well. You know what I'm saying? So again, it's very important to pay attention in that Assyrian. That Assyrian can throw you off if you're not paying attention to it. All right. All right, we're going to go down a little bit more. Next up is going to be the La. We have La for La on the left in the ancient. Then we have La on your right in the Assyrian. That La stands for Lamad or learn. Lamad or learn. All right. Next up is going to be the Ma. It's going to be the Ma. You have Ma on your left in the ancient. Then you have Ma on your right in the Assyrian. That Ma on the bottom with the red arrow, this is the Ma that will fall at the end of a word. All right. If it's falling at the end of a word, this will be the Ma that you will see. Ma stands for Mayam or water. All right. When we say Hashemayim, that's the heavens. All right. Ha, the, that preposition on the beginning, that the, Sha meaning pertaining to, Mayam, water. So the pertaining to water and that yum on the end. Anytime we put yum on the end of a feminine word, it turns it plural. All right. When you put yum on the end, it turns it plural. Not all words, but on some of the words, when you put yum on the end, it turns it plural. So when you say Hashemayim, or that's the heavens. All right. So that's just an example of how you would use your prepositions. You would use that root word and get all that together. And that's just an example of how we put our characters, our words together to actually make sentences, to make words, and so forth. All right. All right. Next up is going to be the Na. It's going to be Na. We have Na left in the ancient. Then we have Na on your right in the Assyrian. Na is another character in the Assyrian that has 2. All right. That Na on the top can look just like the Ba, right? But it's a lot shorter, or it's not as long in width as the actual Ba. You know what I'm saying? And then your na that falls at the end of a word where that red arrow is pointing at. It can look just like the da. It can just look like the ka. You know what I'm saying? The ra and so forth. So again, it's just very important to pay attention. It's a lot shorter as well. So once you started to see them in group and we go through and we actually started to read them, which this class does a great job of actually reading that Hebrew. You know what I'm saying? You'll kind of see where we kind of put all this stuff into practice, all right? And we got Trooper Yabakar in the building. Yabashim Shabakatha, what's going on with y'all? You know what I'm saying? Trooper Yabakar said that Zonstel be crucial. Look, I'm trying to tell you, you know, for the older brothers out there, the brothers with a little bit of gray. Little bit of gray. I don't know about y'all, but I'll be feeling it all in my damn hips after we get through drilling. Damn hips be out there hurt. I said, look, shit be hurt. You ain't know what was gonna hurt. All sometimes I go ride Trooper Yabaka, you ain't know it could hurt. It be out there hurt. And that Zonstel will definitely put it on you. You know what I mean? Especially if you don't stretch right. You know what I'm saying? But you are absolutely correct though. That Zonstel it's a monster. You know what I'm saying? Hey, but I will tell you this though. That joint when we in unison, and we hitting that joint right, it do look kind of cold. It look cold blooded though. It do look cold blooded. You know what I'm saying? You feel me? It do look cold when we hitting that thing like we supposed to. That joint look good, look real good. All right. Next up is going to be the Sa. We have Sa on your left in the ancient. And you have Sa on your right in the Assyrian. That Sa stands for Samak or establish. All right, Samak or establish. And if you look at the symbol in the ancient, almost like a flag, like you would put that flag there to establish. You know what I'm saying? Establish where we at, that place, that land, that order, whatever we were established. Samak, Sa stands for Samak or establish. All right, next up is going to be I. You have You have I on your left in the ancient. You have I on your right in the Assyrian. I stands for Ayan. I stands for Ayan or I. All right, Ayan or I. Next up is going to be the Pa. You have Pa on your left in the ancient. You have Pa on your right in the Assyrian. That Pa in the Assyrian does have two characters where you see that red arrow pointing at. That will be the Pa that will fall at the end of a word. The Pa that will fall at the end of a word. And Pa stands for mouth. Pa stands for mouth. All right, next up is going to be the Tazah. We have Tazah on your left in the ancient. Then we have Tazah on your right in the Assyrian. Tazah stands for Tazad or side, and Tazah is another one that has two characters in the Assyrian. All right, where that red arrow is pointing at, that's going to fall at the end of a word. All right, y'all bear with me. We almost done. Then we have Qua. We got Qua on your left in the ancient, and then we have Qua on your right in the Assyrian. Qua stands for Quam or rise. You hear us say that quite often. If you're going to be at the Passover in Atlanta, April 12th? I think April 12th. You're going to be at that Passover in Atlanta. You're going to hear a whole bunch of Quam Yashar. You know what I'm saying? And that's rise Israel. You know what I'm saying? And that Qua stands for Quam. All right. Quam or rise. Next up is going to be Ra. It's going to be Ra. We have Ra on your left in the ancient, and then Ra on your right in the Assyrian. That Ra in the Assyrian, I told you, it looks just like the Da, like the Wa, like the Na at the end, even the Ka at the end. So it's very important to pay attention to them. You know what I'm saying? So you'll be able to kind of identify them. Ra stands for Ra'ash or head. You know what I'm saying? The head of Christ is the Most High. The head of man is Christ. And the head of the woman is the man. You know what I'm saying? The Most High gave us an order. All right. Ra'ash is the head. You know what I'm saying? All right. Next up is going to be Shah. It's going to be Shah. You have Shah on your left in the ancient. You have Shah on your right in the Assyrian. Shah stands for Shan or tooth. Shan or tooth. All right. Next up is going to be Tha. It's going to be Tha. And I didn't say it, but it should go without saying. Y'all make sure you always are taking notes. This Hebrew is something new to all of us. You know what I mean? It's new, and unfortunately, we weren't able to learn it in our developing years. You know what I mean? So by learning it now, those notes are very crucial. If you don't use it every day, which we don't come together for Lashawan Qadash until Friday, if you're not using it every day on a daily basis, it's hard to retain all of that information. So those notes become very, very important. Well, you can always go back and look on them. And truth be told, that note taking, that's universal in your walk in the truth, period. That's going to be universal in your walk in this truth, because everything you come in here to learn, you weren't taught this before. Everything you come in here to learn is very important. You know what I'm saying? The scriptures, it talks about, would you pour that new wine into an old chalice with old wine? You know what I'm saying? You want to dump that out. You want to become a new thing. You know what I mean? So it's very important to kind of data dump all that mess we learned in the world, all that God loves everybody, all that garbage we learned in the world. It's very important that you dump that out and start all over again, because if not, you'll retain a lot of the misunderstandings of the Bible. You know what I mean? So it's very, you want to definitely, dump it all out, start all over, and that note taking helps with that. It definitely aids with that. You know what I'm saying? You should have I got several books that I've ran through already. And whenever I get some time, hopefully, maybe even when this garbage holiday time, you know what I'm saying, when I'm off for the slavery, I plan on trying to go back and just trying to rewrite and redo a lot of notebooks, you know what I'm saying? Because it's just so much you learn every day here in the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge. And it's very, very important that you be able to catalog, be able to go back, you know what I'm saying? And again, the things that we learn in here, these are things that we should have been learning when we was Trooper Yabaka's children's age, you know what I'm saying? We should have been learning it then. We should have been learning it when we was young man Knot's age, you know what I'm saying? But we didn't. We're learning it now. So it's very important to take those notes. You have Tha on your left in the ancient. You have Tha on your right in the Assyrian. That Tha stands for Tha or Mark. Tha or Mark. Now, if you're one of them fake Israelite groups, you think that Tha, that Mark, is going to be a chip that Elon Musk is going to put inside your brain. You know what I'm saying? You think that Tha is going to be a chip that's going to be inserted in your brain. You ain't going to be able to buy no McDonald's if you don't have this damn chip in your brain. This is another very good example of why you need to be in here in the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge. When we talk about that Tha, that mark of the beast, that's Christianity. And that's the same thing we talking about erasing and learning what's really inside of that Bible right now. Tha stands for Tha or Mark. And that's it. That's it. All right, so we're gonna stop that. And as promised, we're gonna bring up who we got up in here. We got Aqua Shelly. We got Princess Shelly with us. What's going on, Princess Shelly? You to wild tonight?
Yeah.
How you supposed to greet when you get on? Let me hear it.
Shalom, Yahweh, Shemar, Alathan, Ba'ashim, Yahweh.
Yo, Shema Lathan Bashim Yahweh. Most Sign Christ. Hit it like an expert, like an old expert. Most Sign Christ. All right, then next up, we got Aqua Thara Pa'a with us. Can you hear us, Aqua?
Come on, Khan.
And how you do that greeting when you get on here?
Shalom, Yahweh, Bashim, Yahweh.
So for you, right, for the sisters, you're going to say Shalom.
Shalom.
Yahweh. Shamar. Alatha. Ba'ashem. Yahweh Shai. All right, so Yahweh Shamar Alatha Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai to you as well. You know what I'm saying? The greeting's going to be a little different for the sisters as opposed to the brothers. And then that's actually universal with all of the other languages as well. English is the only one. I guess we should have picked up on that before. Aqua, right? We should have picked up on that before that. English is a transgender language. You ever notice that English combines everything together? There's no male words, no female words, but it is male words and female words in Spanish, and French and all the other languages. You know what I'm saying? There is, but in English is not. But in the Hebrew, you definitely do. So how are you doing tonight? Aqua, right? Uh-oh. Oh, there you go. We back. So,
Salakia,
Shalom,
sir.
I was getting you to do the greeting. I was saying, how are you tonight?
Mashalom Tawab.
Most high Christ. So, y'all Shema Thon by Shem Yahushua. You know what I'm saying? It's good to have you in with us. Through the technical difficulties. Hopefully we'll get a couple more brothers and sisters on screen. Again, I'm gonna put that link in the chat one more time. That way we are being brotherly and sisterly, and you know what I'm saying. We ain't leaving all the work to the sisters that's in there now. We also got Aqua Anah in the building.
Shalom, y'all. Shema Bashem, Yahushua.
How you doing tonight?
Shalom HaBeresah Salata.
What's going on, young man? Kanat.
Good.
You doing good? Most High Christ. It's good to have you here, man. All right, we good to go. I think I got everybody up there. All right, so we got everybody that's on stage inside here now. We're gonna move right along. And again, if anybody else wants to join the chat, the link is in the chat. If you want to get on screen, that link is in the chat. All right. We're gonna move right along to the prepositions. We're gonna move right along to our prepositions. We're just gonna kind of go over that. I want to get back to the tribe just so we can do a little review on the tribes. And once we do that, again, we're gonna go into the scriptures in Genesis chapter 41 and verse 40. The Aqua asked that she wanted to start at, so I'm gonna let her start with verse 40 tonight. You know what I mean? All right, so let's go ahead and go into these prepositions. What we got going on? All right. Where you at? Right here. All right, so we're gonna do the prepositions first. The example that I gave earlier was the heavens or Hashemayim. Shemayim meaning heaven, Hashemayim meaning the heaven. And that word Mayim is water. All right. Ha is the. And then Shah is pertaining to. And the way that we get that is by these same prepositions that we have right here. Your prepositions are going to go before that root word. They're going to go before that root word. All right. So if it is 2 or 4, before that root word, it's going to be la. If it's like or as before that root word, that's going to be ka. In the case of Hashemayim, that Shah means pertaining to, cause or sake or pertaining to, is going to be Shah before the root word. All right. And from or of would be ma before that root word. All right. He, the preposition he before a root word would be ya. All right. And the word the preposition the before a root word would be ha. So like in the case of Ba Hashem, Ba meaning in, which we're going to do next, and then ha is the. So in, the, and sham, that root word would be name. All right, that's how you would break down Ba Hashem. All right. So next one is going to be Ba. Ba in front before a root word is going to be in. Wa before a root word is going to be and. I or am before a root word is going to be a. And do before a root word is going to be da. And whenever you put that tha at the beginning of a root word, that's going to change it to the future tense of that word. All right. Like for example, halak means to go. Tha halak means that would be the future tense. We are going. You know what I mean? Thalak. All right. And in most cases, that tha at the end would be past tense, but it's a little bit different. So we don't really put it on here unless we're actually going over the past tense. All of these rules are not really hard. This is what you're going to see most of the time. You know what I'm saying? This is what you want to see most of the time. It's very important that you're kind of flexible when you're learning a Hebrew or any language like that, because the rules will change up. depending on the conjugation of the word, you know what I'm saying, if it's feminine or male. So these are like general ways of you utilizing, you know what I'm saying, the prepositions. But for the most part, this is how you break those words down. And this is what you're looking for, you know. All right. So we don't have any questions. I don't see nothing in the chat. We don't have any questions on this. I'm gonna stop this one, and we're gonna go right to our possessive pronouns, I believe. Let's stop and close this one. So next up is going to be our possessive pronouns. All right. Now, our possessive pronoun, we just went over the prepositions that pre and prepositions means before or beginning. That the prepositions go at the beginning of a root word, where your possessive pronouns are going to go at the end of nouns or verbs. All right. So if everybody was listening, when I asked Aqua Aya how she was doing, she said, Shalom Ya. She said, Shalom Ya Tawab. Shalom is peace. Shalom is your peace. That's how we greet one another. You know what I'm saying? We're going to shorten it up. The sisters might say, Shalom, sis. You know what I'm saying? Shalom, Shalom, bro. You know what I'm saying? Shalom, brother. You know what I mean? That Shalom is just your peace, right? When she said Shalom Ya, that's saying my peace. Tawab, it means good. My peace is good. I'm doing good. I'm good. Again, the same way that we communicate now, even though we lost so much about who we are, you find it when you go back into these records. You find it because it's wrote the same way that we talk now. You know what I mean? Same way that we talk now, and which is really a good sign, you know what I'm saying, that we ain't all the way gone just yet. We ain't all the way gone just yet. You know what I mean? Because we, as much as we try to model ourselves after the oppressor, we still retain so much of who we are. I looked at a joint the other night by a poet, and she was talking about, I don't know if y'all seen it, this is what General Muhammad was teaching, and she was saying how doing integration, right? Doing integration, now, you know what I'm saying, when we had to send our damn children to the school with them damn devils. She said that the white woman would all come out, you know what I'm saying, and they would push and rock the buses and push the damn buses over. You know what I'm saying? They would push the buses over Aqua Fryer. And she was saying, I think it was Toni Morrison. And the sister was saying, you know what I'm saying, when she seen that, she was like, you could take any of our women, any of our sisters, you know what I'm saying, Black, Native American, Hispanic sisters, with everything that they've done to us, the Trail of Tears, slavery, you know what I'm saying, immigration, everything that they've done to us, deportation, all of that, the rape, the robbery, the murder, the mass incarceration. You could take all of that. She said you could take a bunch of sisters that was all drug addicts. You could take a bunch of sisters that was all prostitutes, a bunch of sisters that was incarcerated, and they would never, ever, ever go out there and push a bus over that was full of white children. They would never hurt white children the way that they didn't mind coming out and hurting ours. And that just it's a testimony. It's a testament of who we are, and that's just who we are. We're not like them. As much as we've picked up so many of their ways, as much as we've gotten so low being underneath them, we still retain so much of who we are. You know what I'm saying? We wouldn't go out there and do that. You know what I mean? It's an amazing thing. The Most High had to put it in our law. He had to put it in our law that we weren't supposed to be like them. He had to put it in our law that we were going to separate ourselves from them, because it's just natural for us to be more humane than they are, to have more compassion than they do. And they don't have that. They don't have the souls that we have. You know what I'm saying? And again, you find that in our language as well. All right. So you or your is going to be ka at the end of a noun or a verb. You or your would be ka at the end of a noun or a verb. So if I was asking that same question, how Aqua Fryer was doing, I could say Mashalom Ka. I'm a Salakia. Or that's correct. Mashalom Ka. What's your peace? Right? What's your peace? Because that Ka at the end would be you or your. All right. That he or his, to indicate he or his, that would be wa at the end of a noun or a verb. To indicate she or hers, that will be ha at the end of a noun or a verb. To indicate our or us, that will be nawa. That will be nawa at the end of a noun or a verb. y'all or you all in the masculine, that would be come at the end of a noun or a verb. You all in the feminine, that would be con. That would be con. Take note of that com and that con at the characters that are at the end. Notice those are the characters that all had that red arrow pointing to them when we were going over the different alphabet. All right, because they're falling at the end of that word right there. All right, there or them in the masculine would be ma, and there or them in the feminine would be na at the end of a noun or a verb. All right. All right, so we're gonna end that one. We moving right along. We at 8:14. I'm gonna stop that one in that. Next, I want to go over. What else did I have planned for us to go over? Next, I want to go over. Actually, let's go ahead and get to the actual tribes now. Let's get to the tribes. So first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just do a little recap of the tribes, all right? And then we're gonna go over the symbols that we learned for each tribe and see who all remembers the symbol. We're gonna see who remembers those symbols from last week. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna do a recap of the tribes. We're gonna do a recap of the tribes. Reason being, we getting ready. We're gonna do a little quiz on it coming up. And letting y'all know ahead of time, we're gonna do a little quiz on it coming up. Make it a little bit smaller. I think, nope, one more, maybe two more. All right, that's better. I think that catches everything. Okay, that'll work. That catches everything. You're going to do a recap on it because, again, eventually we're going to do a quiz on it. I just want to make sure we stand fresh on it. And this time that we in now, this is a very, very important time. Zephaniah 2:1 says to gather yourselves together. You know what I'm saying? It says to gather yourselves together. O nation, not desired. If you look around, you can see who is not desired in this place. You can see who's not desired on all of the different. That kind of what had me a little hot before I started class. Not even really so much hot, but just in that mode before I started class. You know what I'm saying? One of the TikToks that I did, and I had purposely waited before I did a TikTok on the whole Daniel Penny thing. And even the one I did, it was just really a post for the most part. It's not what I'm probably going to do. But on all the different social medias, when you see it. And they came back with the verdict of saying that this damn devil is innocent, right? Everybody in the chat is saying, "Oh, he's a hero. He's a hero. He's a hero." And again, when you're looking at that, you know what I'm saying? You're looking at that and you're seeing it. They can't help but to show you who they are. They can't help it. They can't help it. Even when he's gotten off, he's scot free. They still got to rub it in your face. They still got, you know what I'm saying, pour salt in those wounds to let you know who they are. You know what I mean? And so again, I wanted to make sure during this time, you know what I mean, we closing out the end of the fiscal year, not the actual year, because you know the new year don't begin to pass over time, you know, to that springtime when things start to regrow and rebud and come out the earth again and be reborn again. That's the real beginning of the year. But as we close out the end of Esau's fiscal year, you know what I'm saying? I just wanted to make sure we were very aware of our brothers and our sisters in the different tribes and so forth. So the first word that we have up there, or the first sentence we have up there is Hashanya, Ishara, Shabatyam, Yasha'ala. And when you read that again, in the English, it's read from left to right. But in the Hebrew, as you will see on your right-hand side of the screen, you see it in the ancient, and you see it in the Assyrian. That's saying the 12 tribes of Israel. All right, that's saying the 12 tribes of Israel. Hashanya, Ishara, Shabatyam, Yasha'ala. It's how you would say the 12 tribes of Israel. All right. And the first tribe we got up there is going to be Judah. Judah means Yahweh thanks in the English. It's Yahweh in the Hebrew. All right. You'll see it broke down in your Syrian and in your English over there. I mean, your Syrian and your ancient Hebrew. In Judah, who can tell me who Judah is? Who can tell me who is Judah? Now we know it means Yahweh thanks. It's Yahweh in the English. But who is Judah? Who is the tribe of Judah? Who knows? If you know, go ahead and throw it in the chat. If you know who Judah is, who's Judah?
Salakia.
Go ahead, Aqua.
It's the Negroes.
It's the Negroes. You know what
And
I'm
me.
saying? Damn right. It's the niggas. You know what I'm saying? It's Judah, the ones that got off that they got off the ship in the transatlantic slave trade. You know what I'm saying? That came over here from that west coast of Africa. You know what I mean? That's Judah for the most part. Now, when we saying this, you know, we get a lot of pushback from other folks out in the world. This chart, right? This is showing the general location of where we ended up at and where we at now. Now, is that saying? Now, this is a question to everybody else out there. With us knowing that Judah is here, those Negroes got off those ships, and that's going to be over here in the Americas or whatever, right? Are there any? Is there any of Judah over in Asia right now? Do y'all think of anybody from Judah, anybody from the tribe of Judah in Asia? Y'all let me know. If you in the chat, if you on the screen and want to answer, y'all come off the screen, or y'all come off the mic and let me know. Do we have anybody from the tribe of Judah over in Asia right now? In China, in Hong Kong, in Thailand, you know what I'm saying, or in Europe? Do we have anybody from Judah over there? Y'all let me know. I might pick somebody, huh? I can pick somebody. All right, I can do that. Princess Shelley. Princess Shelley, do we have anybody from the tribe of Judah in China?
I don't know.
Okay, that's a good answer. That's a good answer. I'll take that. All right. Anybody want to help her out? Aqua Fry. Okay, Aqua Vana said Khan. She said we do. She said Khan in the chat.
Salakia.
Go ahead.
I would say Khan.
Okay, Most High Christ. And she would Aqua Fry says Khan as well, and we would. You got on Princess Shelley. The Bible says that we were scattered to the four corners of the earth. We were scattered all over the place. And just like you got brothers and sisters right here in America, right? As much as we've been teaching since 1969, you got brothers right now that will argue us up and down and say, I ain't no Israelite. I ain't no damn Israelite. I'm a Christian. You know what I'm saying? I'm a Baptist. I'm an African American. And we call ourselves all kinds of different titles because we just don't know who we are. You know what I'm saying? Because of the captivities, we don't know who we are. And that's going to be the same thing all over the earth. So we just saying that most of us are right here. You know what I'm saying? Most of us are right here. But that's not saying that it's not a couple of us over there in Europe. It's not a couple of us over there, you know what I'm saying, in Asia. Of course it is. We got spread all over the world. Slavery was like the biggest commodity in the earth. You know what I'm saying? And slavery was everywhere. Everybody participated in slavery in some way, shape, fashion, or form. The wealth that America has right now is because of slavery. All your different companies, all your insurance companies, that was because of slavery. All of Wall Street, that was because of slavery. That's just how big that market was. So we was all over the place. You know what I'm saying? But the thing about this Bible is you are who your father are. Your father is. So if your father was Judah, his father was Judah, that's going to stay the same no matter where we go. That's going to be the same seed that's planted everywhere we go. So you will find some of us all over the place. You got some of us here that think we're Judah. We think we're Judah, but we're really, you know what I'm saying? We really are Aqua Tawabah. We Gad, you know what I'm saying? And Salakia, Aqua, if I'm going too fast, if it's anything you need me to repeat, just let me know. You know what I'm saying? If it's anything I need to repeat, just let me know. So Salakia for that. But again, so some of us think we Judah, but we're really from the tribe of Gad. We from the tribe of Reuben. You know what I'm saying? Some of us think we Simeon. We think we Puerto Rican, but really we from the tribe of Manasseh. You know what I'm saying? But the primary thing is we were scattered all over the earth. You know what I'm saying? And for the most part, when you're looking at Judah, that tribe of Judah, the Negroes that came over here on those ships, that's going to be Yahweh, and that's going to be the first part. That's going to be the tribe of Judah. All right. So again, Aqua, if you need me to repeat anything, just let me know. Sometimes I get excited, you know what I'm saying, and I speed up a little bit. So just let me know. All right. So next one is going to be Benjamin. All right. Now Benjamin means the son of the right. It means the son of the right. When you're looking at that word Benjamin, it's Banyamin. 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 Yamyan is the right. That's your right. Yamyan. Yamyan is right. Shama'al is left. All right. So Ban means son, son of the right. And again, that's just an example of how we put those words together to make sentences. So that's how you make son of the right. That's what his name meant. All right. You have Banyamin on and in the ancient and in the Assyrian. And who knows who Benjamin is? Who is Benjamin? What people would that be? Just like the Negroes are Judah, what people would Benjamin be? The tribe of Benjamin. What people are from the tribe of Benjamin? Who knows?
Salakia.
Go ahead, Aqua.
The so-called Jamaicans.
You're right. Yep. The Jamaicans. Yep. The Jamaicans, your brothers and sisters from like St. Kitts, from those islands over there. You know what I'm saying? Benjamin is going to be all from those West Indies, the West Indies or whatever, or what they call that's going to be. You're from the tribe of Benjamin. All right. And the same thing how we were speaking. You got some of them, they swapping down. You have some of them that swapping down that they're African and do not believe that they are us. You know what I mean? But really, when it breaks down, no, those are our brothers and sisters. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of times you can tell when them damn Olympics get started. Olympics start, you can tell exactly who is God's children, because they be out there beating everybody up on the field. You know what I mean? But Benjamin or Banyamin, that's going to be from the brothers and sisters in the West Indies. Your St. Kitts, your Jamaicans. You know what I'm saying? That's going to be those brothers and sisters. All right. What else we got? We also got Levi. Who is Levi? Well, actually, first, before I say that, Levi means join to me. All right, it means join to me. In the Hebrew is la'yah in the Hebrew. Sounds just like lawyer because that's where they get that from. Judicial and Judah, that comes from Judah. Everything again begins with us. Everything does. So Levi, who knows who the Levites are today?
Salakia, sir.
Go ahead, Aqua.
You said Haitian.
It's going to be your Haitians, no sign of Christ. Right now, it's all kinds of turmoil going over there on the parts of the island over there in Haiti. You know what I'm saying? We got Aqua Tower Boss with us. You know, I was just speaking to Gad, and Gad done joined the chat. How you doing, Aqua?
Shalom, Yahweh Shemalatai, Bashim Yahweh Shai. I'm doing two apps, sir.
Yeah, I was about to about Yahweh Shai. That's good. I'm glad. It sounds like it. It sounds like you're doing good. But we were just saying how some brothers swear up and down that they Judah. You know what I'm saying? Everybody want to be Judah, but a lot of us ain't Judah. We just think we Judah. We done been raised around Judah, and vice versa. You know what I'm saying? And there's nothing wrong with that. All that is just part of the side effects of captivity. Because we've been spread around, because we don't know our identity, because we don't know who we are. That's what's gonna happen. But that's a good indicator that you from the tribe of Israel. If you don't know where the hell you came from, you know what I mean? That's a very, very good indicator, because you ask these oppressors, you ask the Africans, the Hamites that come over here, they can tell you who their great-great-grandfather was. We come from Kenya, from this land. They knew Barack Obama's whole history. They knew his whole history. You know what I'm saying? That's how you know that wasn't us. That's not us. A lot of our records have been hid, destroyed on purpose, because they did not want us to know who we were. When you really get to doing research and looking at the names of the ships that came over, or the itineraries from the itineraries of listing the people on there, those are Hebrew names. Those are Israelite names, Hebrew names. You know what I mean? So again, we were spread all over the place. Your Levites are your Haitians of today. All right. Now those Levites, right? What was unique about the Levites? Who knows what was unique about the Levites? It's something very specific about the Levites.
Salakia, sir.
Go ahead, Aqua Fried.
That they were the ones that had priest duties and didn't have a specific land.
Most High Christ. She is absolutely correct. The Levites, they had the priest duties in the beginning. Now we're a nation of priests, you know what I'm saying? Because we forsook the law of the Most High, you know what I'm saying? We forsook the law of the Most High. So now we are all priests, all your men, you know what I'm saying? Your 12 tribes are priests. The Bible talks about the 144,000, where it's going to be 12,000 of Gad, 12,000 of Reuben, 12,000 of Simeon, 12,000, you know what I'm saying, of Judah, 12,000 of Benjamin. All of them are priests now, but in the beginning, the Levites were our priests, you know what I mean? And that's where we get my Ishura, or that tenth or our tithes from, because they didn't have a land inheritance like the rest of the tribes. So that we supported them, and they supported us by doing the work of doing the priestly duties or whatever. And the duties of the priests were extensive. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't like them lying pastors you see in that church. It was a lot. It wasn't just you preaching a sermon to the people. You know what I'm saying? Playing some music and everybody jumping up and dancing. That had nothing to do with priest or duty. That priest was your doctor. It was the dentist. It was the doctor. It was the damn therapist. You know what I'm saying? It was the community organizers. They was the police. They were all of the above wrapped up into the duties of the priest, because in our heritage and our culture, we took care of our people. That's our job. That's our role. And vice versa. We took care of one another. We're responsible for one another. What I do, it's going to be fought. Whatever I do is going to affect you. Whatever you do is going to affect me. And that's how that's our strength. That's our unity. That's our brotherhood. Like we talk about every Tuesday. You know what I'm saying? We got Aqua Dabara in the building. Y'all Shamala Thamba Shimi Yawashai. You know what I'm saying? She said she on a slavery. That's all right. You know what I'm saying? This is captivity. And unfortunately, you know what I mean, you got to do that damn slave in order to take care of yourself. Another way you can identify that we are in captivity. You know what I'm saying? Trees grow out the ground. You got to pay for a damn house that's been paid off forever. And you'll pay for that for the rest of your life. You pay for water, you pay for food, you pay for clothes. It's illegal for you to grow food in your own damn yard. That's how you know, again, that we are in captivity. So again, with the water for you joining us, and take your time. You know what I'm saying? Take your time. Take your time. We ain't going nowhere. All right, so we talked about Benjamin, we talked about Judah, we talked about Levi. What's specific about Benjamin, Judah, and Levi? Who can tell me? Who can tell me what's specific about Benjamin, Judah, and Levi? If you know it and you're on screen, you can put that in the chat. What's specific about Benjamin, Judah, and Levi? Shirley said she's backstage. Let me get it back on. Oh, Salaki. Okay, you got you back at the Slack. Well, there you go, Princess. All right, so what's specific about Benjamin, Judah, and Levi? All right, I got a couple answers in the chat. I think I heard Aqua Tawaba first. What you got?
They're the southern tribes.
They're the southern tribe. They're right. They were called the Southern Kingdom because there was a split. Aqua Dabarashi had it as well. Aqua Raya had it as well. They were considered the Southern Kingdom. You know what I'm saying? There was a split between the Southern and the Northern Kingdom. The Northern Kingdom, those 10 tribes, they left. They got split. And as a result, following, I think it was King Hosea, following, you know what I'm saying, the different kings of the other nations. And so they ended up leaving, which is how the Northern tribe ended up over here before we ended up over here. All right. And so you had what was called the Southern Kingdom, and then you had the Northern Kingdom. A lot of the wars and stuff that you read in their Bible was us warring against one another. When Christ said to forgive your enemy, Christ, that's what he was referring to, because we had beefs with one another. You know what I'm saying? We were at war with one another. And you fast forward to where we at now, that plays a big part in why we don't know that we're brothers and sisters to this day. Right there on that island, you have the Dominican Republic and you have the Haitians, and they fight one another. But back in the Bible, when you read in Genesis 49, where we're getting these same information from, these different breakdowns of the tribes, they were like this. You know what I'm saying? They went to war together towards those Hamites when they raped our sister. You know what I'm saying? They went to war together, defied their father. You know what I'm saying? Together. They were called instruments of cruelty, fought together. And now you look, and now they fight one another. They fight one another. Matter of fact, I was going to talk about it in the Brotherhood class when Officer Urashimov ended up teaching. But when I do get back in there, I'm pretty sure I'm going to bring it up, not only is warfare and turmoil and they shooting up airplanes and everything else out there in Haiti, what's not being said, they deported about 50, I want to say 50 to 60 some thousand Haitians that went over to the island to escape all the stuff, all the madness that's going on their side. They went over to the Dominican Republican side, and the same brothers and sisters done deported about 50 to 60,000 of them back. And when they deported them back, they put them in cages. They put them in cages and sent them back. Same way you see our Northern Kingdom brothers and sisters in cages at the damn southern border over on this side. You know what I mean? So it's a terrible thing to see. Like I said, next time I teach, I am going to bring that up. But that Judah, Benjamin, Levi, those were our southern kingdoms. You know what I'm saying? All right, so let's go ahead and get through this. I want to make sure we at least go through. Everybody gets a verse to read. Next up is going to be Simeon. All right, next up is going to be Simeon. Now, Simeon stands for affliction heard. Affliction heard. So that is a typo right there. It should be affliction heard. Shammai means to hear. Like Officer Shammai, who taught that wonderful class. You know what I'm saying? He taught that wonderful class that he taught. You know what I'm saying? Officer Shammai. You know what I'm saying? Shammai means to hear, right? So Simeon, their name breaks down to affliction heard. All right, affliction heard. Who knows who Simeon is? Who knows who Simeon is? If you know it, you can just throw it in the chat. If you know it, go ahead.
Salakia, sir. Dominicans.
The Dominicans, the same one we just got you talking about. So you got Simeon and you got Simeon and you got Levi fighting one another on the same island. Imagine that we on the damn island. You know what I mean? Out of all the people that we could be fighting, the oppressor done robbed both of us blind, and we fighting one another. You know what I mean? Very similar. Again, you can always tell Israel. You can always tell Israel we're quicker to hurt one another than we will the oppressor that's hurting both of us. We'll come together against each other faster than we'll come together to fight the oppressor. You know what I mean? And it's such a terrible thing, but again, it's the result of being in captivity. So Tawada says the next one is going to be Zebulun. Zebulun, which means dwelling, or Zabalawan in the Hebrew. Zabalawan in the Hebrew. Who knows where can you find the tribe of Zebulun at, the tribe of Zabalawan? Where can you find them at on the map? If you're looking on the map, where would they be at? And I might just give y'all the rest of them after this one. Who knows where you can find the tribe of Zebulun at?
Salakia, sir.
Go ahead, Aqua.
Guatemala to Panama.
Guatemala to Panama. You're going to find the tribe of Zebulun and Guatemala to Panama. A lot of Zebulun, they've been forced out of their own homes and they're coming over here. And those are the ones that they lying and saying that they're taking over the projects. And you know what I'm saying? And this is why they want to mass deport and everything else. But who's ever heard of Panama before? Have y'all all heard of Panama before?
Con.
Yeah, where'd you hear it from?
I don't know where I heard it, but I heard it though.
You probably heard the Panama Canal, huh?
Con.
Yep, Panama Canal. Panama Canal is like one of the most famous canals or thoroughways where it's a big trading center. So I mean, when you hear that canal, it's a lot of money. You know what I'm saying? A lot of money, a lot of ports. It's worldwide famous. And so where we should be rich, just wealthy, just from that one spot, the oppressor has taken it over and done pushed us out. You know what I'm saying? So again, just another example of that oppressor being them and us being us. All right. Next one. The next one. Go ahead.
Did that tribe build that canal?
They did build that canal. Yep. Yep. They did build it. Yep. 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 And again, it's like the same way how we built America. We built America. We built America, and yet still we at the bottom. We built America, and they unalive us every chance they get. We built America. When we the face for Social Security and welfare, even though they number one, they the actual biggest recipient. You feel me? They steal and rob us of everything, and because we don't have an identity, we can't retain or hold anything for ourselves. You know. But you are absolutely correct with that. All right. So next up is going to be Ephraim. It's going to be Ephraim. I'm going to give you the rest of these just so we can make sure we get through all of them. But Ephraim, and again, we're just going through this. So when we get ready to do this quiz or review, I like to call when we get ready to do our review, everybody had a good chance to get good notes and revisit and go over it. But Ephraim means I am doubly fruitful. In the Hebrew, that's aparayim. Parya is fruit. Yum is plural. I am doubly fruitful. That's how that would break down. And Ephraim, that's going to be your Puerto Ricans. Same thing like we were talking about with Zebulun and the Panama Canal, or Judah with America. Judah and Gad and Reuben with America, right? Well, that Puerto Rico, that name means port of riches. It's a famous story saying that when they pulled up to that island, it was rubies and diamonds and jewels in the sand. That's just how rich that port was. You know what I'm saying? Before they got there and started to rob and siphon everything off of it. You feel me? Some of our brothers just went over to Puerto Rico a couple of weeks ago, and they were talking about how clean it was. They were talking about how the streets were clean. You go into the damn public restrooms and there's no trash in the bathrooms. How the stalls were just super clean and immaculate. As much as they try to talk down on us over there, how beautiful it is when you actually get there. And again, that's just us. That's our culture. It's our culture to be clean, clean and hygienic and courteous to other people. You know, that's just who we are. As much as they try to sully our name and our reputation across the world, when you actually see it in person, you see it's something totally different. You go in some of the poorest neighborhoods, and there'll be some of the cleanest houses. You know what I'm saying, that you will see, even in our poverty. My grandmother was she tripped me out as I got older, and I kind of realized my environment more always lived in shambles, you know what I mean? But I swear we cleaned up every day. We cleaned up, man. She kept them damn knickknacks. She called them knickknacks off Aqua Ryan. She kept them knickknacks just as clean. There wasn't no dust on them or nothing. You know what I'm saying? She had her good china that nobody ever ate off of in a damn cabinet underneath. You know what I mean? And wherever we moved, all in the projects and everywhere else, she kept it. And it was the same setup everywhere we went. So despite our poverty and our conditions, we always had a higher level, a higher standard of living than the rest of the nations. That's just how the Lord made us. All right. Next up is going to be Manasseh. Manasseh in the English, Manashah. Manashah in the Hebrew, and it means made to forget. Manasseh, that's going to be your Cubans. They're talking about now how the island is falling apart. You know what I'm saying? Because of the different tariffs, the sanctions, and so forth. But I remember a couple of years back when I was reading an article, and it was saying that they had the best, most advanced care and diabetes over there. Their healthcare system was so much more advanced than America's. And you would never ever hear it. I was looking at one of those off-brand news sources, you know what I'm saying, online. And it was talking about how you had people from over here, even though it was I think they had like tariffs or sanctions where we couldn't do trade or business with them. You had wealthy business people from America going over there for healthcare. But they'll tell us that it's a third world country and so forth. Again, just lying on our people. You know what I'm saying? Just lying on our people, and also keeping us separated so we don't know who we are and just how great we are. All right. Next up is going to be Gad. It's going to be Gad. Aqua Tawabah. Officer 5,000 Yerushalayim. Aqua Amadai. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be Gad. Gad stands for truth, or God, a God in the Hebrew. And Gad is going to be your North American Indians. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be your North America, your Native American Indians. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be the tribe of Gad. It's going to be the tribe of Gad. We got a mission this Saturday, December 14th. If you're watching, you want to contribute, I think they got you can go on either the Milwaukee or the Chicago site. I know we got a promo up on our page where if you want to contribute to that mission, they're gonna be out there on the reservations, giving out clothing, giving out food, and so forth. They do this every year. It's now grew and got bigger and bigger. You know what I'm saying? So damn right, if you are able to support those brothers and sisters out there, our very own Captain Natazatna Shah is gonna be in the building out there helping out, representing VA up in the Midwest. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? So y'all make sure y'all saying prayers up for everybody that's down there. That it's a successful mission, and that we able to, you know what I'm saying, help and aid our brothers and our sisters down there. I remember growing up thinking that the Native Americans had it so much better than us because they got reservations. In my naive mind, you know what I'm saying, in my naive mind, they had this whole continent over here, and they took it from them and gave them little plots and patches of land with no kind of support system on it, patches of land where they flooded it with alcohol and drugs and kidnapping the sisters and stuff, you know what I mean? And so again, it's terrible conditions that our brothers and sisters live under. And a lot of our folks had the nerve and the audacity, they disrespectful asses to celebrate Thanksgiving last couple of weeks ago, you know what I'm saying? But Gad, the tribe of Gad, again, it's going to be a Native American Indians. Next up is going to be Reuben. It's going to be Reuben. Rabban in the Hebrew means to behold a son. Behold a son. Reuben, that's going to be your Seminole Indians. All right, that's going to be your Seminole Indian tribes. You know what I'm saying? That's what comprises Gad. Next up is going to be Asher. It's going to be Asher or Ashar in the Hebrew. It means happy. It means happy. Those are going to be your Colombians. That's going to be your that land from Colombia to Uruguay. And even though I know Asher is particularly describing their tribe, the thing about the Northern Kingdom tribe, period, Issachar, you know what I'm saying, all of them, when I'm out and I'm working, they are some of the most happiest people, despite the poverty that we are in. And really Judah as well. Judah love to keep a damn smile on our face. You know what I'm saying? Really all the tribes, but that Northern Kingdom tribe, you know what I'm saying? They, as much as they catch on those damn job sites, it's very hard pressed to find any of them with a bad attitude. You know what I mean? And it just really speaks to who they are. Speaks to their character. Next up is going to be Naphtali. Naphtali in the English, it means my wrestling, or Naphthalia in the Hebrew. All right, and that's going to be from Argentina to Chile. All right, and last but not least is going to be Issachar, the tribe of Issachar. Issachar means he is hired. He is hired, fits them, damn it, perfectly, because they love the work. He is hired. That's going to be Yashakar. Yashakar in the English, Falaki in the Hebrew, and that's going to be your Mexicans. You know what I'm saying? Going to be your Mexicans. I'm going to go over the symbols very quickly, especially because I want to make sure we get a correction on Benjamin, because we spelled it wrong last week. We're going to jump on that. We're going to jump right to them scriptures. We may go 5-10 minutes over, but we're going to get it, though. We're going to get it. All right, so let's bring the symbols up next. Now, these symbols, the symbols represent the tribes, but we didn't worship the symbols. You know what I'm saying? Worshiping the wolf and the bear and the lion and the eagle. Those are all things that the heathen nations did. That was never our culture. Worshiping the sun and the stars and the moon, the zodiacs and astrology. All that garbage is their culture. That's not our culture, because we knew better. We knew, why would we worship the stars and the sun as opposed to the creator who made the sun and the stars? Why would we worship the animals as opposed to the creator who made the animals? You know, it makes no sense. It only makes sense in the mind of a heathen. But because, again, we've been around under them for so long, we've adopted a lot of their ways. All right, so we're going to run through the symbols real quick, just so we can get those. Everybody can see what those are. This will be part of the quiz that we do. This will be part of the quiz. All right, so first up is going to be Judah, which is going to again be your Negroes, your Hawada in the Hebrew. And its symbol for Judah is lion, or make sure you can see it all. There we go. Ariyah, lion or Ariyah in the Hebrew. All right. Next up is going to be Benjamin, Banyamin, the West Indians. And the symbol for them is going to be the wolf. It's going to be the wolf. Make this a little bit bigger. All right, that's better. It's going to be the wolf, and that's Za'ab. Za'ab. And Ba. Za'ab. Did I have it? I think I did it again. I did it again. That should be, I thought I changed this. Hold on. So like, I could have swore I changed this one. I'm finna change it right now on screen. Hold on. But I just knew I had changed it before. Hold up. That was the main point of getting up in here so we could change it. Copy this. There we go. All right, that should be better. All right, we back. Za'ab. There we go. That was the main point of me wanting to get back on here was to correct that. It ain't corrected on screen. All right, but it's correct now. It's going to be Za'ab or Wolf. All right, Za'ab or Wolf. All right, next up is going to be Levi, your Haitians, while Yah in the Hebrew, the symbol for them is lots or dice or garal or garal. All right, garal. That Y is silent, just like in that Y is going to be silent, just like in Shalom, which is why a lot of the off-brand fake Israelite groups say Shalom. Shalom is not no damn word, but the same way that Y is silent in garal is the same way that Y is silent in Shalom. So sometimes when you're reading Shalom in the Bible, you will have that Y that the oppressor has added in there to make that R sound. All right. But again, we didn't need it in our language. They added it to them to fit their dialect. And that's why you see it up in there. So this would be garal or lots or dice. All right, we would cast lots. That's our culture. We would cast lots. And it's an amazing thing, Aquafry. One thing, if you came up in that church, especially them older folks in that church, oh, they did not play that gambling. The gambling was a sin. Gambling is a sin in the church. You know what I'm saying? I got caught with some dice in church, and they thought that I was Judas. Judas Iscariot. You know what I'm saying? Because I had some damn dice. Then you get in here and learn the truth and learn that that's our culture. You feel me? Next up is going to be Simeon or the Dominicans, Shemaiwan in the Hebrew, and the symbol for them is the X. That X in Hebrew would be Qoradam. Qoradam. All right. Next up is going to be Zebulun. From Guatemala to Panama, Zebulun or Zabalawan in the Hebrew, and that symbol is the ship. And ship in Hebrew is Anayah. All right. Next up is going to be Ephraim, your Puerto Ricans, Aparium, and their symbol is the unicorn. Now, not to be confused with the unicorns you see with My Little Pony and the different made up imaginary characters. It wasn't a horse that had one horn. This was actually a shield or a headpiece that they would put on that horse going into war. And that they would use that, you know what I'm saying, for warfare. You know, it was a weapon that they would strap on and put on them. And that's where you get that unicorn. They were known for that. All right. That unicorn in the Hebrew is going to be Ra'am. All right. Ra'am. All right, but just like everything else, our oppressor takes everything and makes it mystical, makes it magical when it has nothing to do with that. They just didn't understand us, our culture. And truth be told, even when you're looking at like a basketball game, if you ever listen to them announcers, when they describing LeBron going up and down the court, when they describing our athletes, when they describing our geniuses, they describe us like superheroes because we are superheroes to them. And this is why they again have mystified a lot of our culture coming out, a lot of our records coming out of that Bible. Next up is going to be Manasseh or your Cubans or Manashah. And their symbol is the bull. All right. And the bull in the Hebrew is Shawur. All right. Shawur. Next up is going to be Gad. The Native Indians, it's going to be Gad, and their symbol is the bow. All right, if it's the bow, and the way you pronounce that bow in Hebrew would be Quashaf. All right, then that'd be a cool name for a brother too, Quashaf. All right, next up is going to be Reuben or your Seminole Indians, Rabban, and their symbol is the horse or Sawas. Sawas in the Hebrew. All right, it's a brother Namayad out of Texas. He be making these beautiful crowns. Is this one of them? I think I did get this from him. Make these beautiful crowns, and the latest one he got, he did one for Gad. I think he did one for all the different tribes, and all of them they look immaculate. They look immaculate. So if y'all are looking for any crowns, you know what I'm saying? Again, Namayad out of Texas makes some beautiful crowns. Next up is going to be Asher. That's going to be from Colombia to Uruguay. Ashar in the Hebrew, and their symbol is royal dainties. It's said in the Bible, or grapes, what royalty would eat, or grapes. Grapes in the Hebrew is ainab. Ainab. All right, ainab. All right, and next up is going to be Naphtali, or brothers and sisters from Argentina to Chile. Naphtali in the Hebrew, their symbol is the deer. Is the deer or roebuck. You know what I'm saying? And that in the Hebrew is Tazabaya. We got Aqua Dabarad in here in the building with us right at the end. You know what I'm saying? Buzzer beater. You know what I'm saying? Yahweh Shema Alatham by Hashem Yahweh Shah. How you doing, Aqua? Can you hear us? Aqua Dabarad, can you hear us?
Khan, sir, I can hear.
All right, bet. Yahweh Shema Alatham by Hashem Yahweh Shah. Most High Christ. All right, Aqua Shafara, you may be a little bit behind, but you put Jamaican and Haitian, you know what I'm saying? I'm talking about the different, you talk about they having a civil right, they having a civil war over there, you know what I'm saying, for freedom right now. They absolutely are. And just like all over the earth, you know what I'm saying, America is over there trying to steal the resources from over there. If you know anything about Haiti have an element called iridium. I think it's called iridium that's over there that's worth trillions of dollars. That's what that war is about. That's what they're over there trying to get to. And steal and rob the rest of the resources that's over there. America go over there, they cause unrest, they cause civil war. Then they come in and swoop in like the heroes. They're the Daniel Pennies. They come in, you know what I'm saying, from a problem that they've created so they can rob everything blind, you know what I'm saying, and so forth. So, but you are absolutely correct with the Haitian brothers and sisters over there. All right. So next up, and I think might be the last one. Yep, it's Issachar. Last one is going to be Issachar. Issachar is going to be your Mexican brothers and sisters, Yashakar in the Hebrew. Their symbol is the donkey. Donkey is one of the hardest working animals, stubborn animal, but hard working animal. That's going to be Chamar in the Hebrew. And again, their name, all the names really fit the tribe, but Issachar, I swear Issachar fits them perfectly. Because I mean, they love to work, will work day and night. And if they ain't got no job, something is wrong in the earth. You know what I mean? Hardest working people. I swear every site I'm on, Issachar is there representing, in numbers. All right. So when we went a little bit long, we got through all the tribes. Again, I wanted to make sure we had a real good recap of the tribes. I'm going to stop that. We're going to go jump right into the scriptures now. Again, we're going to start at Genesis chapter 41. And hold on. Did I say that right? Okay, hold on. Genesis chapter 41. I said we were going to start at 40. So you saying that I was a week behind Aqua Friday?
Salakia, sir. Sabbath service, we ended at Genesis 41 and 30.
41 and 30. Okay.
That's where we needed to start.
Oh, okay, 30, not 40. So like, okay, I got you. So we need to start at Genesis 41 and 30.
Concept.
Gotcha. Okay, bet. All right, so I'm gonna have you start off first. I'm gonna have you start off first. You know what I'm saying? Genesis chapter 41 and 30. Like I said, we're gonna try to get through. We might go about 10 minutes over. Y'all read the Hebrew very, very fast and proficiently. So we're gonna go through. Everybody gonna get a verse, and then we're gonna call it a night. Y'all did great. I remember when I first started coming to these doggone classes, that 2 hours seemed long, and now I'll be seeming so short. It seems so short now. You know what I mean? Because y'all do a great job in here. So we're gonna start at Genesis.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Aqua, for now.
If you don't mind, can I read first? Cause I gotta start getting ready for my slave.
You know, I don't mind. I'm pretty sure I don't mind either. You know what I'm saying? So nah, you too wild, Aqua. Let me put it up on screen for you.
Okay.
Let me put it up on screen for you. No, I don't mind at all. All right, so this is the Blue Letter Bible. We are in Genesis chapter 41, verse 30. We're gonna go to forward in line. And yep, we got the vowel points on. Bet that'll work. And we got the separators on. Let's get it. All right, whenever you're ready, Aqua.
I can't see it on this screen.
All right. Is anything I need to do?
Not sharing.
Oh, you know what? Look, I got it big as on the water on my screen. I'm ready to go. I ain't scared with nobody. My bad, y'all. Slack it. Here we go. All right, that should be better. Did it pop up?
Okay.
Okay, all right. What's our first? I'm brotherly. I mean, it's big on my screen. I'm walking now.
Hey, it's the walls there. Okay, Salakia is Wa Kwama Wa. Say that again.
Wakwamwa. You got it right.
Shabai, Shania, Ra'ai, Akaya, Han, Wa, Na, Shak, Wa, Na, Shak, Ka.
Yep, you're right.
Ha, Shabai, Ba, Arataza, Ma, Taza, Rayam, Wa, Kala, Ha, Ra'ai, Af, Ha, Arataza.
Most high. Red do it like it wasn't nothing. Like it wasn't nothing. Aqua Shathara, I think you're a little bit behind in the video. So when you see this part, you might be at the end of at reading the scriptures now. Just to let you know. All right. All right, so let's go ahead and read it. You did a great job with that. You know what I'm saying? Ran through it like you were reading English. All right. All right, so Genesis chapter Yonder bar. All right, so Genesis chapter 41 and verse 30. And there shall arrive after them 7 years of famine. All right, so remember we were talking about the dreams, and now he's letting them know that there was going to be 7 years of famine, and all the plenty shall be forgotten in the land of Egypt, and the famine shall consume the land. He was letting them know that the famine was coming. They didn't store food out there. They've always had an issue of being hungry and starving out there. You know what I'm saying? And that whole idea of refrigeration and storing food, all that stuff come from us. You know, everybody has benefited from our captivity. Everybody benefited from our contributions to society. All right, so great job. You did a great job with that. We're gonna go right to the next one. We're gonna go to 41. Philakia 31. Let me go ahead and get that one up. All right, this is going to be Genesis chapter 41 and 31. And that's, go ahead, Princess. I just finna call you, Princess Shelly. Just about to call you.
I was about to ask you this one.
I got you. All right, we're gonna get Princess Shelly to do this verse right here whenever you're ready. Can you see it?
Yes, I'm just trying to find it on my phone.
Okay, I got you.
Wa know the first letter is Wa.
Yep, you got the wa. And then you got a la and an ah.
A la and a I.
Yep.
Wa la.
Yep, voila. You got it.
Yada.
So not yada. That would be your root word. Yada would be your yadai would be your root word. So at the top we have a wa, and then salaki, a ya, wa, die. So if you put that together, what you get? Ya would die. There you go. All right. So next, your root word is Shabbai, right? Your root word is yep. So on the top, but we have a ha, then we have Shabbai. So how would you put that together?
Ha Shabbat.
Ha Shabbai, both sides Christ. You got it. You got it. All right. The next one, what you got for the next one? This is one of the ones we see quite often. So what's that first one?
I know the first letter is a Ba.
Yep, you got it. Ba. And that's the root word. When you put that root word together, we have a ra, and a tazah.
Barasa.
Ba, a ra, tazah. Most High Christ. All right. Now we on this next one. So what's that first one?
That is a Ma.
A ma, yep. And then you have a pa, a na, and a ya.
Ma Naya.
Mapanya.
Mapanya.
You got it. Most High Christ. All right. Then the next one. What we got for the next one?
Aha.
Yep. Then we have a ra, a I, and a ba.
Okay. Ha-ra-ba.
Ha-ra-I.
Ha-ra.
You got it. You got it. Most High Christ. All right. Then we got the next one. All right.
The first letter is a Ha.
Yep. And what's your next ones? Go ahead and sound those out. What you got? You got a
Huh.
ha, a wa, and a ah.
Okay.
So
Ha.
you got it. Ha, wa, ah.
Okay.
All right. Most High Christ. You almost there. All right. What's your next one? You have a ah, you have a ha, you have a ra, and a ya.
Ow. Raya.
Akaria. You got it. Most High Christ. Good job. Y'all be hitting them cars. Y'all do a great job with those. I think y'all be practicing and y'all be at the house at dinner table or something. But all sometimes Akaria. Y'all do a great job with those. All right, what we got next?
Khan.
You got it. Most High Christ. All right, what you got next?
Kai.
Or Kaya.
Kaya.
All right.
Ka.
Yep. And a da. So kabad. Most High Christ. All right. And you've already did this word before. It. That's going to be that hawa-ah.
Hawa-ah.
Yep. So anytime you're saying it, that's going to be that hawa-ah. So that's going to be one that you will see quite often. And last but not least, what you got?
I think Ma. Ayad.
Ma'ad. Yep. Give her a hand. Give her a hand. Good job. Good job. Good job. Good job. All right. So I'm going to read it in the English. This is Genesis chapter 41 and 31. You did a good job, Princess Shelley. And the plenty shall not be known in the land by reason of that famine following, for it shall be very grievous. You know what I'm saying? So it said the plenty shall not be known in that land by reason that famine was going to eat up everything. It was going to be very grievous. All right. All right. Good job with that one. Let me go ahead and get the next one up on screen. We got Genesis 41. And this time I think we should be at 32 now. All right. Akwaf Tawaba. You mind reading Genesis chapter 41 and 32 for us?
Concert. Salakia. Wow.
Yep. Wow.
Wow. Hashanwath.
Hashanwath.
Kalwal.
Kalwam. Yep, that's gonna be dream. We went over that several times last week. It got one of those cars in it. So Kalom. All right.
Al. Para.
Pariah. That's gonna be yep. I think we settled on that's how we were gonna say it, pariah.
Okay.
Pariah, yep.
Kaya.
Yep.
Nakawan.
Most sound correct.
Dabar.
Yep.
Ma'ayim.
Alahayim, yep. That's gonna be God or the Most High. Or powers actually. There's gonna be powers. Alahayim. That's gonna be one again. We see all the time.
Har.
Wamamahar.
Alahayim.
Alahayim, you got it.
Shafwa.
So ala shafwa. La Salakia. La Ashafwa.
Khan.
All right. And that's it. Great job. All right. I told y'all was gonna run right through them. That's Genesis chapter 41 and 32. All right, and for that dream was doubled unto Pharaoh twice. It is because the thing is established by the Most High, and the Most High will shortly bring it to pass. So this was a reoccurring, dream that he was having. Let you know this is coming from the Most High, and he let you know it is gonna happen. All right. All right, so our next one is going to be Genesis 41 and 33. Let's go ahead and get that one up. I think we got, three more readers. Let's go. Genesis 41. We're going to go to 33. Aqua Thara Pa'a, you still with us? Oh, it said her internet went out? Okay, let me make sure. Because I got my screen small, so I couldn't see everybody that was on there. All right, so yeah, her internet went out. Aqua Dabara, her internet went out. All right, so it's on. There you go. Aqua Fry is still with us. All right, Aqua Fry, we're gonna have you close it on out. Let me get it back on screen. Because I made it small. Hold on, let me get it back. All right, Aqua Fry, we're gonna have you read Genesis chapter 41 in verse 33. Let me get it. Okay, we already got it. We ready to roll. All right, whenever you're ready.
Okay. Salakia, sir. All right. Why I saw?
Why I thought why I thought
Why I
that's
saw?
one. Yeah, it's tricky because it's why I thought.
Yeah. All right. Yara'a.
Yep.
Para'ai.
Parahai. Yep. That's Pharaoh. Yep.
Ayash.
Ayash. Yep.
Nabawan.
Number one. Yep.
Wakayam.
Wakayam. You got it.
Wakakam.
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 Yeah. There you go.
Wakakam. Wayasha Afya Ha.
That'll work. Wayash.
Wayasha Ha.
Correct. All right.
Al. Arataza.
Rantazar.
Matazarayam.
Montezariam. Yep, you got it. Egypt. Most High in Christ. Give her a hand. And as y'all can see, the more and more we read it again, a lot of these words, especially with us being right here in Genesis and then in Exodus, you're gonna get a lot of those same words: Egypt, the land, God. You know what I'm saying? The different names. So eventually, it started to become sight words. So you can probably already guess how the more and more we do that, we get. Well, Lord willing, this is the last damn Passover. But you know what I'm saying? If it ain't. You know what I'm saying? The more and more we read these same texts over and over again, this stuff will become sight words, and we'll be able to, you know what I'm saying, breeze through it even better than what we're doing now. So you did a great job. You did a great job. I'm gonna read it in the English. This is Genesis chapter 41 and 33. Now therefore let Pharaoh look out a man discreet and wise, and set him over the land of Egypt. Just like always, you know what I'm saying? We are the ones who build these empires, run these empires, and from the lowest state, they can't do anything without us. The worst of us is better than the best of them. And that's just how the Most High made us. And the more we come back to knowing that, realizing that, that you start to understand why they wanted to make sure that they always kept us on the bottom. If you look at what we've done without knowing it, look at what we've done thinking that we're the worst on the earth, you know what I'm saying? And you look at what we've done, what we've been managed to accomplish, that's a scary, scary thing if you're the oppressor. They knew coming up out of slavery. We leave these damn people alone. Even when you read in the Old Testament, you know what I'm saying? They knew then. You read in Judah. If we leave these people alone, you know what I'm saying? They're going to overtake us. If we leave these people alone, and it wasn't even really so much overtaking with just numbers, but just with power and knowledge, we were going to overtake. And that's because that the law of this Bible, the knowledge that the Most High gave us is just so perfect. All right. So with that being said, everybody give everybody a hand. We're going to end it right there. It's 9:17. Is Aqua for 9 still with us? Are you already up out of here, Aqua for 9? She may be getting ready for the slavery. All right. She may be getting ready for the slavery. So that's Tawab. Aqua, Princess Shelley. Do you have anything before we got up out of here tonight?
I had a pretty Tawab day.
You did?
Yeah. Except
What you drinking? What you drinking on right there? Look real sweet.
cheesecake milkshake.
Cheesecake milkshake. You acting up. Acting up. Most High crap. Well, I'm glad you had a good day today. You did a very good job.
Thank you. My friend who texted me that the school went into lockdown.
I went to Willing. Well, I'm glad you're all right. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be careful with damn school shooters up in there.
Yeah, I was at tech, so I wasn't even in.
Okay, well, that's most High Christ then. Most High Christ. Well, look, I'm glad you're all right. I'm glad you had a good day. Hopefully you have a very good weekend as well. And Tawada for you joining us tonight. All right. Aqua Ra'aya. And how are you doing tonight?
I'm Tawab, sir.
You got your Benjamite colors on. You know what I'm saying? You represent Benjamin tonight. You know what I mean? Everything going all right, though? Everything too wild?
Moving along. A lot of moving parts to get here, but I'm here.
Okay. Most high cry. With the water for joining us tonight. You did a great job tonight. The water for making sure we started in the right spot. And we appreciate it. And all right, and the water for that. And I hope you have a good weekend as well. Aqua Tower Bob came in representing Gad.
Con, sir.
How you doing? You Tawab tonight?
I'm Tawab, sir.
Okay. Well, we appreciate you joining us tonight. Did you have anything you want to say before we got up out of here?
I just want to say Tawab job, everyone, and keep up the good work.
All right, most high Christ. Y'all always have excellent sisterhood in here. We definitely appreciate it. The water for everybody. So to all the sisters in here, since we have all sisters in here, Yahweh Shema, Alathan by Hashem Yahweh Shai. I'm gonna go ahead and get y'all off screen. You're gonna have to wait before you go outside. I'm gonna go ahead and get y'all off screen. And we're gonna get ready to get on up out of here. You wanna tell Shelly hi? You wanna say hi to Princess Shelly? You wanna say hi to Shelly? Can she see you? You say hi? You say hi? Yeah, you say hi. I haven't brought her over, Princess Shelly. I'm gonna get over there one of these days. Your dad said we're gonna have to put Storm up when we bring her over. Okay. Storm don't want to fight. You say hi? You say hi? All right, you famous now. You famous. Come on. All right. We're gonna get everybody off screen. We're gonna go ahead and get these security announcements and get y'all on up out of here for the night. The water for everybody joining us. All right. The water for everybody joining us. And that's it. The water Aqua Tower Bar. That's it. That's the Lashawan Qadash. Again, if this was your first time, you may have been a little timid, didn't want to say too much. We are not the Christian church. We encourage participation. We encourage you asking and being inquisitive. That's how you learn. We had a long time to learn everything wrong. You know what I'm saying? This is what we come to learn things the right way. And again, the foundation of that is our language. So again, the water for everybody that joined us. I'm going to go ahead and get these security announcements up. Make sure y'all are liking. You like, share, subscribe. I know y'all have already subscribed. Make sure y'all like, share. You know what I'm saying? The page. The different videos. We got a ton of videos, you know what I'm saying, coming out. Make sure y'all jump up in there. Like I always see Aqua Abdabaraj. She be on them comments. She be up in there, you know what I'm saying? Y'all make sure y'all jump up in there, you know what I'm saying? Jump on those comments. We got a lot of material, a lot of footage out. Hopefully we're gonna get some more before the year is out, before this weather breaks or weather turns. Get these security announcements and get us up out of here. Y'all could have been anywhere in the world, but you're here with us. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna steal that from Jay-Z because he might be sitting down for a minute. He might not be able to use it. We might take that from him. You know what I'm saying? But we get the water. Hopefully everybody was able to get all the signs. Get all the signs, the symbols for us. Again, it's very important that we know who we are. And it's what you're gonna hear repeatedly. I get online, I hear it repeatedly. Well, Hispanics don't like us either. Hispanics hate us too. And my comment always is, shit, I know black people that don't like black people. You know what I'm saying? So there's no excuse. There's no excuse for us not to reach out to our brothers and sisters. And it's finna get rough. You hear all this news about the mass deportation and what they're really planning on doing. It's supposed to be unprecedented. I think Texas donated 15,000 something acres for deportees. Now imagine that. You trying to deport them and get them out the country, but you got 15,000 acres allotted for them. Sound like prison work camps to me. That's all I'm saying. So again, it's gonna be very, very important that we get more connected than we've ever been before, and we really start to live out that Zephaniah 2:1. If there's nothing else, we're gonna go ahead and get to your announcements. We are the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge. Started out of 1 West, 125th Street, out of Harlem, New York, under commanding General Yohana. And since 1969, we've been teaching the truth of the Bible. that blacks, Latinos, and Native American Indians are God's chosen people, and the white man, according to that very same Bible, is the devil that the Bible speaks of. You know what I'm saying? We are not affiliated with any Christian organization or any other Israelite group. All right. And if it's not the Israelite School and Universal Practical Knowledge, it is not the truth. We are the home of the truth. Rule for a new brother or sister. When a new brother or sister comes to the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They have to be saluted only. They are here to share themselves of the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular brother or sister, the teacher will give permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There's another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After this 6 month period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment found in Numbers chapter 18, verse 21, and Malachi chapters 3, verses 8 through 10, means ma'ashara, or tenth in the Hebrew. 10% of every penny of any increase the Most High give you, you want to give to the Treasury Department or the teacher. There's also a priest fund. That's a free will offering for the priest. Outside of that, there's no such thing as free will in the Bible. That's the only free will there is. You can give a free will offering to the priest. You know what I'm saying? It's not mandatory whatsoever amount you would like. Upcoming holy convocations, we have the Feast of Dedication, aka Hanukkah. And if we're going to start that thing on December 25th, you know what I'm saying, ruining Christmas for all the pagans out there in the world for the span of 8 days. You know what I'm saying? Y'all stay tuned for announcements on how we're going to usher that in and what we're going to be doing at the school. If any brother wants to be a trooper, you want to be a trooper, you want to be an officer one day, you want to be a captain one day, like Captain Natazat in the shop, right? Well, it all starts with you getting all black boots, pants, shirts, headband, war scarf, getting all black and getting into this war, you know what I'm saying? Again, so we can do that Zephaniah 2:1 and gather our people together. Sisters, y'all can't be troopers, but you can get in here and be just as strong as the rest of the Akwafian NVA. You can be just as strong, you know what I'm saying, reading that Hebrew just as well as they are, you know what I'm saying? It all starts again with you getting in this school. You can watch all day long, but it says the kingdom don't come by observation. Call that number, 757-550-1204, 757-550-1204. Call that number, get in this school, you know what I'm saying? Let it be known you down for the get down, you in here. And again, we are not no other Israelite group. You know what I'm saying? All those horror stories y'all been hearing about these other damn camps, you are not going to find any of that in here. You will find thus said the Lord in here. You know what I'm saying? So the water for everybody joining us on this Friday night for the Lashawan Qadash class. Again, it is greatly appreciated. It does not go without notice from me, from Officer Matazah Kara, from Officer Yawashima, from Cat. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't go unnoticed. We appreciate it from the generals on down. We appreciate the participation and the dedication y'all have shown in this Lashawan Qadash class. You know what I'm saying? The water again for joining us. We're going to give a courteous salute to the brothers. You know what I'm saying? Yahweh thumb to all the Akim out there. We also give a courteous salute to the sisters. Yahweh Shema, Thumba, Shem Yahweh Shah, to all the Akwafian out there. Y'all make sure y'all tune in tomorrow. 10 a.m. for Abadah Shabbat. We're going to be going over these same scriptures we just went over. All right, we're going to get a deeper breakdown of them. We're going to go over these same scriptures tomorrow. Y'all make sure y'all tune in for that. And with that, again, the water for everybody joining us. And we're going to get on by here. Shalom, Israel.
Hey, listen, brothers and sisters, man, if you like what you hear, hit the subscribe button, man. Subscribe to this channel. And also, please, go to ISUPK.com and pay your tithe. Drop me some cash so we can move around this planet like we need to, man, and do the things we need to do.
They're one West. They're one West. They're one West.
They said free the Palestinians, then celebrate the death of native Indians. How these other races gon' take us serious? They don't. It's silly thinking you can fight oppression with a vote. I'm so woke, I got sleep deprivation. Belly of the beast giving birth to a nation. You know how I feel to have culture and they take it. It'll never be peace, tell them free the reservation. Still it's backwards, they don't know that they exist no more. Ever try reaching out for help and you just get ignored? Pick up vices like drugs, your child fill a void. They get a youth life sentence for a killing, he was just a boy. Niggas poor, what we living for? Life a gamble, it's like 10 or 4. Police hands around your neck, they just hit record. We in war, man, this ain't the norm. But you don't know how I feel to be black. Yeah, you don't know how I feel to be black. Yeah, you don't know how I feel to be black. Yeah, you don't know how I feel to be black. Yeah, you don't know. Mama on the stage crying. She just lost her only son to gang violence. Pops level 4 yard talking through the vents. Have you ever tried to hug your loved ones through a fence? Have you ever been hated just because your skin? Have you ever worked all week and couldn't pay your rent? Life a trip, I'm trying to catch my balance. Every step feel like I'm walking backwards. Credit card, but God check the balance. I come from where it's rough, that's why my heart callous. They want you to fall weak, that's a war tactic. Look how we live, what's scary than that? What you know about crossing the Darien Gap? Risk your life to live in hell or bury your kids. Either way we gotta suffer and they just get rich. Life a bitch, why I waste time telling you that? Cause if you ain't a nigga like me, you don't know how I feel to be black. Yeah, you don't know how I feel to be black. Yeah, you don't know how I feel to be black. Yeah, you don't know how I feel to be black. Yeah, you don't know.
Hey, listen, brothers and sisters, man. If you like what you hear, hit the subscribe button, man. Subscribe to this channel. And also, please, go to ISUPK.com and pay your tithe. Drop me some cash so we can move around this planet like we need to, man, and do the things we need to do.
They're one West. They're one West. They're one West.